everyone, my name is Nicole, welcome to my channel, and today we're going to be looking at set 75298, the AT-AT vs Tauntaun Microfighters. Now, when this set first came out, I was so excited. I know a lot of people don't care so much about microfighters, but personally, I like to collect the sets that I can't spend a good $160 to get, like the AT-AT for example, because I can get the little AT-AT pilot who I love. His minifigure is so cool and it was a massive selling point for me, as well as this new Luke Skywalker minifigure. So we're going to start out by taking a look at those two. First up, we have our AT-AT pilot. Now, I love this minifigure. I was so happy that I could get him. I just love his helmet. I love the torso and leg printing. It's really simple, but it's a cool color that we don't see a lot in LEGO. Now, if I turn him around here, you'll see he has some back printing that's really nice. Looks good. Same helmet that we've been using for a while now. I personally don't really like it. It definitely looks good from the front, right? That looks pretty good. But in the back, I've never liked that you could see so far up the back of their heads. I just think it looks weird. It almost looks like this is the front of his head and his eyes and nose and mouth are covered. I don't know. It just looks awkward to me. But anyway, definitely happy with this minifigure. I couldn't be more thrilled that I got him. Next up, we have Luke Skywalker, another great minifigure. He also comes with a stud shooter and his lightsaber, but I'm just going to take those away from him so we can focus on his printing. Now in this set, we get another version of Hoth Luke, and this is one of the more good-looking ones if you ask me. I am a huge fan of how accurate looking his printing is. I think his torso, his leg printing, it all looks super interesting. His helmet and goggles look so good, but honestly, the best part is the head printing. They finally printed around his ears so he's got that underlayer that goes beneath his helmet like he does in the movies, and I think it looks really good. You do get those two faces, but again, you get that same problem with the helmets, and this is the main reason why I don't like them. Let me put this back on. If you look at the back of Luke's head, you can now see his chin. I don't like that. I know it's a really good play feature and kids really like it, but I just don't like when you can see their chins on the back of their helmets. It doesn't look good. It really bothers me. And for this reason, I would really appreciate a new helmet mold, even though in the front it's looking really good and this is probably accurate to the films, I get it. It just doesn't look great. It looks like we've made a mistake there, you know what I mean? But anyway, those are our two minifigures. Now looking at our Tauntaun and AT-AT Microfighters, I think they look really good. Again, I'm a huge fan of Microfighters. They're gonna look more blocky. They're obviously not gonna look as detailed as the full-size models. I do believe this is the first Tauntaun we've ever gotten, and I was so excited because he's so cute, and I love Tauntauns. He definitely looks a little weird when you look at him head on, so don't do that. Just look at him from the side, that looks good. Same thing with the AT-AT, really good looking. Their legs are very expendable, so that's cool. Get him kind of look like he's walking. It's going to be difficult for me to do right now, but I've maneuvered him quite a bit. His head also turns really nicely from side to side, up and down a little bit. They're definitely very good play sets. I'm going to stick the minifigures on them and then I'll go into a little bit more detail. First up, we have Luke with the Tauntaun. I think they did such a good job with this microfighter pair. I especially love that you can set Luke's lightsaber here on this little clip on the side, and if you turn to the other side, Luke's also got a pair of binoculars, which are really useful, you know. You can stick his hands up and make it look like he's holding the reins. I tried to maneuver it a few times. It's just, he's either pulling forward too much, or it pulls the Tauntaun's little horn things off, so I decided to just leave without. But I think this is a really good looking pair. Again, looks pretty funny from the front, just don't, you know. But as a duo, they look really good together. Especially considering this is the first Tauntaun we've ever gotten, I think they did a great job with the design. I'm honestly very pleased with it. And I don't really have any suggestions or comments. I don't know what they could have done better, aside from maybe fixing how funky he looks from the front, but I mean, that's to be expected. That's okay. I don't mind. Next up, we have our AT-AT Microfighter duo. And again, I think these guys look really cool together. Not a lot of detail, of course, but that's okay. These were really fun builds. And I'm gonna take a moment to show you underneath the driver's face because I'm pretty sure I did not do that when we were looking at just this minifigure. So there you go. Pretty basic face, you know. But we'll stick his helmet back on and put him back. Okay, so I've got him in here without his stud shooter because that way you can just focus more on the AT-AT. So again, same thing with the Tauntaun, really good design, not as detailed of course. This set is only like 205 pieces. He definitely looks a little bit funny from the front, but you know, I think even the massive AT-ATs look a little bit funny from the front. Both sides look exactly the same. I just love the way that the driver is perched up in there. I think he looks really cool. And I actually even like the way that they have him sitting in the body as opposed to sitting in the cockpit up in the front. Because normally I think the drivers would be sitting where this little window is, and instead of making this all big and clunky, they just sat him in the body, which is really nice. All in all, I highly recommend this set. It only costs about $20 US. If you want an AT-AT driver or an AT-AT, then this is a great alternative for people who can't afford the $160 one like myself. I think they're fun little models that you can have on your desk or on your bookshelf. They look really interesting, and the Tauntaun with that new Luke Skywalker printing, I mean, that's just really exciting to have as well. I anticipate a lot of people getting this set who normally wouldn't get Microfighters just for that minifigure. So yeah, this is a new set. I really recommend that you go out and buy it. I'm adding it to my Microfighter collection. And if you ask me, it's worth the $20. The minifigures are really cool. Brand new Tauntaun. You get a new Microfighter AT-AT that I think we have had one before, but it was not nearly as impressive as this one. So that's about it. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, leave a like or comment down below if this was helpful. I hope you enjoyed it, and I'll see you guys soon.